Hi, Mike. Thanks so much for hopping on this call. So, you were in charge of recruitment and staffing structure within the constabulary,
Yeah.
and in particular, you were responsible for pairing each new recruit officer with their official partner. Is that right?
Yes, that's
I can
correct.
see here that within the new intake, you had two world weary, jaded, by the book type officers,
Yep, Officer Plodwell and Officer Drudge.
and you also had two cocksure, risk taking mavericks.
Yes, Officer Havoc and Officer Wizdick.
Officer Wizdick. Yeah, you're completely right. Wizdick. Do you want to talk me through your approach with those four?
Yeah, well, I just thought that the by the book types would work well together, and the Mavericks would work well together because of their complementing styles.
Yeah, I can see why you might think that. It does actually fly in the face of a lot of established protocol on this. We
Right.
would ordinarily seek to partner a maverick with a by the book type.
Yeah, well, I did interview them in those combinations, but they didn't really seem to get on.
Yeah, they often don't at first. The plan would be that each one would kind of provide the thing that the other one lacks, and then together they would make a good team.
Right. Okay, I see.
Yeah, because 17 people have died now, Mike.
Yeah.
So we really do need to make sure this never happens again. It says here that officers Plodwell and Drudge wasted 9 hours of police time reading out an exhaustive list of every single traffic violation that had occurred in the borough that weekend.
Yeah, well, they may be a bit by the book, those two, but by God, they're thorough.
Yeah, it's just we'd had a bomb scare called in, so
Okay.
it's a question of priorities.
Point taken.
Meanwhile, officers Havoc and Wizdick were reported to enter the crime scene on all fours, ass first.
Yes.
Yeah, shouting, "All you motherfucking perps better freeze because we're here to eat your ass."
Yeah.
They then proceeded to forcibly pour an, quote, inordinate, end quote, amount of marbles down the throat of the nearest person to them at the time, who happened to be an eyewitness who had actually called them to the scene.
Yeah. Well, they don't always play by the rules, those two, but by God, they get results.
I mean, the results in this case were that the guy choked to death on marbles was the result.
Yeah, well, it's a result, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it's an outcome. You can't say that that's not an outcome.
Oh, nobody's saying it's not an outcome, Mike.